2,000 dangerous Deathworlders landed on Earth's dangerous zone. Only 5 returned. The shuttle hissed as it descended through Earth's thick atmosphere, its blackened hull streaking with heat as it cut through the ozone. Inside, 2,000 of the galaxy's most formidable Deathworlders stood packed shoulder to shoulder, their armored bodies shifting in uneasy anticipation. They were warriors, assassins, hunters, creatures born on planets so hostile, so merciless, that even the most war-hardened species fear to set foot there. Their claws were sharp, their hides armored, their instincts honed over millennia of brutal survival. And yet, not one of them spoke as Earth's surface grew closer on the display screens. Because even among Deathworlders, Earth carried a reputation. It wasn't Earth's technology that made it feared. It wasn't their fleets, their armies, or their nuclear arsenal. No, it was something far simpler, something older and more merciless than war machines. It was Earth itself. The planet was a relic of chaos, its ecosystems built like traps, its weather a storm of unpredictability, its animals. Well, the less said about the animals, the better, but this mission wasn't about sightseeing. It was a punitive expedition, sanctioned by the Galactic Union after the humans had, once again, refused to submit to Council authority. No, refuse wasn't the right word. Mocked was better. They'd laugh when the Union sent sanctions. They'd shrugged when ambassadors threatened embargoes. And when the blockade was announced, they simply smiled and said, "Good luck with that." So now, 2,000 Deathworlders, selected from the most dangerous species in known space, have been deployed to Earth's most infamous region. The humans called it the Zone. Technically, it was an exclusion zone left behind after one of humanity's accidents. The details were murky. Some said it was a result of a failed energy experiment. Others blamed chemical weapons testing gone awry, while a few whisper of ancient technologies unearthed and forgotten. All anyone knew for certain was that satellite images showed an area roughly 500 kilometers across, covered in perpetual mist, uninhabited, unmonitored, and declared off-limits by every major government. Even the humans didn't go near it, which, of course, made it the perfect target. The shuttle touched down with metallic groan, its landing gear sinking slightly into blackened soil. The atmosphere scanners went wild. Radioactive spikes, anomalous energy readings, biosignatures that defied classification. Perfect. Commander Urich of the Draskell Horde unlatched his harness, his reptilian eyes narrowing. 7 feet of scaled muscle rippled beneath his exoplate as he addressed the assembled warriors. 2 hours, he growled. 2 hours to establish dominance. We plant the Union flag, we broadcast planetary authority, and we leave. No exceptions. The others nodded. Crow-blood assassins clicked their mandibles. Zenthri pack hunters bristled their fur. Even the notoriously reckless Vrosh death brood stayed silent. No one wanted to linger here longer than necessary. The loading ramp hissed open, and the first steps onto Earth's most dangerous zone began. Within minutes, it became clear something was wrong. The trees were wrong. They didn't sway naturally. They seemed to watch. The ground squelched beneath armored boots, but the soil oozed with consistency that defied biology. Plants pulsed faintly, breathing in ways plants should not. Half a kilometer in, the first disappearance occurred. A Zenthri scout simply vanished. One moment she was walking point, her rifle sweeping side to side, the next, empty air. No sound, no warning. An hour later, they found her helmet, crushed like an eggshell. No body. By hour 2, the squad formations had dissolved into chaos. Their instruments failed. Compass readings spun erratically. Maps meant nothing. The landscape twisted, folding in impossible geometries. Trees appearing where there were none moments before. Urich ordered a full retreat, but by then it was far too late. Day 1, 50 warriors gone, some lost to the terrain, others to unseen predators. The mist thickened, playing tricks on their vision. Figures moved just out of sight, sometimes human-shaped, sometimes not. Their comms picked up whispers. Laughter. Occasionally, a child's voice singing in languages no translator could decipher. Day 2, they found the bones. Piles of them. Not human. Not animal. Twisted, melted. Fossilized remains that pulsed with faint bioluminescence. Some bones still moved. Their own ranks had dwindled to 800. Half the Kroll-blood assassins were gone, their stealth and speed meaning nothing here. One of the Vrash death brood clawed his own eyes out, screaming about the Watchers in the fog. Day 3. The zone itself attacked. The earth shifted beneath them, swallowing armored soldiers whole. Trees uprooted themselves, their roots snaking like tentacles to drag warriors into the soil. Predators stalked the fog, creatures with too many eyes and impossible anatomies. By day 4, only 300 remained. Commander Urich's eyes were bloodshot, his scales cracked from exposure to invisible radiation. His exoplate was covered in an oily substance that resisted all decontamination efforts. His lieutenant, a hardened Zenthari female named Caress, was missing both legs, replaced by makeshift splints fashioned from twisted metal. They tried to call for extraction. No signal. Day 5. They stumbled across a human campsite. It was recent. The tents were simple, weatherproof against the mist. Inside, rations, tools, and journals lay scattered. Pages filled with notes, sketches of the terrain, and one consistent phrase scribbled over and over: "Don't stay after dark." The sun never rose again after that. Day 6. The things in the dark came. They weren't human. Not fully. Their faces were stretched, eyes wide and unblinking. They moved without sound, without breath. Some wore the tattered remains of human military uniforms, their bodies altered, their mouths open impossibly wide, revealing rows of serrated teeth that clicked in rhythmic patterns. The Deathworlders fought. Plasma rifles roared, claws slashed, acid spat, but the things in the dark bled shadows. Their forms were forming like liquid smoke. The Deathworlders fell. Day 7. Only 5 remained. Commander Urich, Caress, and 3 others, one from the Vrash death brood, a Kroll-blood assassin missing half her mandibles, and a Turakian brood who refused to speak. Their eyes were hollow, their bodies coated in ash and ichor. They stumbled through warped forests, past ruins that pulsed with alien geometry, past forgotten human bunkers covered in warning signs. Keep out. Zone compromised. This is your final warning. They finally reached the extraction point. The shuttle arrived. The pilot, a human, stood at the open ramp, her face pale and expression unreadable. She didn't step foot on the soil. She only stared at them. "You're alive?" she finally asked. Urich collapsed to his knees. "We require extraction." The human pilot didn't move. She merely nodded, inputting coordinates as the ship's engines roared to life. As they lifted off, Urich dared to look back. The zone pulsed below, mist swirling like a living thing. For a moment, he thought he saw faces in the fog, grinning, hungry. In orbit, the Union delegation waited. The shuttle doors opened, and the 5 survivors were escorted out under heavy guard. Scientists, ambassadors, and generals surrounded them, demanding reports, demanding answers. Only silence greeted them. Eventually, Urich spoke. His voice was hollow. Earth isn't a planet. It's a trap, and the zone is its mouth." A murmur rippled through the crowd. One ambassador, a tall, haughty Ziltran, sneered. "Your cowardice dishonors the Deathworlder name." Urich's eyes narrowed. His cracked lips pulled back, revealing broken fangs. "We are Deathworlders," he rasped. "We've hunted apex predators. We've survived supervolcanoes and acid rain. But that place," his voice trembled, "that isn't nature. That isn't human technology." He pointed a claw at Earth, floating silently below them. "That is human fear. Bottled. Weaponized. Alive." The ambassador scoffed. "Baseless superstition." Caress interrupted, her voice weak but sharp. "Send more if you want. Send 10,000. Send your armies." Her bloodshot eyes gleamed with something close to madness. "But understand this. Earth didn't fight us. Earth played with us." In the following weeks, no new expeditions were authorized. The Union's bravest declined. The humans never spoke of the zone again. They didn't have to. The numbers told the story. 2,000 of the galaxy's most dangerous Deathworlders entered Earth's forbidden zone. Only 5 returned, and they never stopped screaming.